So how would you seduce me?
Well, in the old days, I would have grabbed your ass, but with women, you can't really do that. They don't like it.
You think groping is seduction?
Every single minute that you live in this country, you're being seduced by something or someone. Buy this, do this, go here, do that, everywhere.
So what do you do to seduce women?
I'm a lazy French boy. I don't do anything to seduce women. French women.
They just flock to you?
Yeah.
Having a dinner with an American is like having a checklist next to you saying, okay, is she worthy enough? I would say I prefer to eat by myself with a good book, because then at least, you know, you're going to have an intimate moment. And
with your vibrator.
We should applaud that, an intimate moment. That's good, that's good.
Well, no, because above sexual energy is another energy, which is creative energy, and I prefer not to have sex and channel my energy into writing books, creating TV series.
Oh, we're so different.
What is different? I get long-term joy and not just an orgasm that lasts a couple of minutes, for example. So that's
Couple of minutes?
See, that's a bad guy. That's bad.
We'll have to give you some workshops.
I think there needs to be more casual sex. No, really, I think, you know, the French are not uptight about that. If you meet a guy, right, you can take him home that night and it's okay. If I met a guy and I took him home that night, everybody would say that whore. Of course, I don't care if I'm a whore. I would take him home. But everybody else around me would be like, oh, she's a whore because she takes guys home. But I think we're all so hung up on what people are going to say about us that we fail to enjoy those things, you know, that we should be enjoying more, you know?
Sign up.
Okay.
I'm always surprised when I'm meeting someone for the first time who said, what do you do? And I go, because culturally it's a shock to me, because that's the last question you would ask in the French culture. Because this is not about the discovery of what you're doing. What difference does it make what you do? It's about the discovery of who you are. Mm-hmm. So I think that question is always kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. So usually the answer is I'm a plumber. and women look at me like, and they have this prejudging notion of what a plumber should look like, because obviously they go, well, you don't look like a plumber. And I go, well, I'm a French plumber.
For me, let's say my work is a big part of my life, and it's
What do you
something
do?
I love.
That was a joke.
Okay. I'm a plumber.
You're a plumber.
But it's sort of, it's not a checklist, and I don't know how you get to know someone when you meet someone. Like, what question do you ask when you meet someone for the first time? I ask someone what they do because I assume someone who's an adult has a job, and it's a way to start a conversation. Someone asks me what I do.
Why would you necessarily want to question somebody that you don't know?
It's part of their life.
It feels more polite than just starting to talk at them.
I'm sorry?
If I just start talking at you, that's not really getting to know you. That's having you get to know me.
Well,
I'm asking you a question. I've approached you, and I'm asking because I'm interested in you, so I ask a question.
Okay.
So
okay.
What would the Europeans ask? How would you then begin? And I will say that when I see people on the street, I smile and I say hello to the people who say hello to me, and I talk to strangers all the time, and they talk to me. So I feel sometimes like I live in a different city from some people here.
The first question people ask you is, what do you do? The second one is, where do you live? So I work in finance. I live on the Upper East Side. I'm a prick. You know,
Can I take you home?
So it's an image thing. So you got to go out there, and it kind of is like in sports. There's a zone, and to be successful, I think in seduction, you kind of have to be in that zone where you're confident with yourself, you know what you want, and you can project that outwardly. And I think that's how you can succeed.
So again, it goes back to confidence. You know, if you're a confident person, I think, me speaking for myself, I love confident men. You know, guys that are standing in a corner hiding, you know, I just want to smack them. But I mean, if I'm going to be attracted to a man, it's a confident man with a big penis. But you don't normally know until you're in bed with them, of course.
When the sexes meet, you shouldn't tell each other what you do. I think it creates, like you said before, about image. It's all about image. If I tell someone what I do, it's going to change the way they look at me immediately.
Sometimes when people ask me, what do you do? I feel that somebody is trying to label me, to get an idea of where to put me in the pecking order. A week before, she had told her husband that she's going to start dating again. So I was the first project. And it was just kind of cool because she hadn't been with another guy in 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's a lot of pressure, though.
for me,
Don't you think?
No. No, 10 years, the same dude, everything is an
Everything's
everything
good.
is a surprise.
What is the most seductive quality that you're looking for in a man?
Is self-confidence.
Self-confidence.
Yeah.
What is the one quality, your favorite quality in a man? Confidence.
I'm funny.
Honesty.
I would say that her heart is just open to the world.
Spontaneity.
Sense of humor and kindness.
I want somebody who completely knows who they are and isn't constantly questioning who they are. That's the sexiest thing to me.
Someone with a nice ass who can have sex with me for 2 hours and then doesn't want to cuddle. Thank you. So then I'll just take this home. No, the same thing. Honesty. The same thing. Honesty, integrity. Somebody who's open.
Most women are looking for men they can communicate with. And men are not the greatest communicators because most of them have had a mother.
I think that a big secret is to not listen to what a man says, listen to what he does. And that's very clear usually.
Action speaks louder than words. My experience has been not